Hi friends! Welcome to our channel Make That Change. And today we're going to talk about how to start engaging conversations with strangers, or how to become the master of small talk.
So, I'm a bit of an introvert, and when I moved to Canada, for the longest time I struggled making friends here. I felt so awkward in social settings. It seemed like everyone always had something to talk about, no matter how well and how long those people knew each other. Each time I would try to say something and contribute to the discussion, it would kind of fall flat. An awkward silence would emerge, and people would just change subjects.
Oh, poor you! But I can totally relate to that. The thing is, not every culture in the world is familiar with the art of small talk. I knew it's a thing in North America, so I was smart enough to educate myself about small talk. So I came to Canada thinking I was equipped with a set of good skills and questions to ask. But then I faced the reality. And I was amazed by how some people can juggle such different topics for small talk. All I thought I would need to talk about is the weather, the latest news, or ask silly questions like "How was your weekend?" But no! Canadians are so proficient in small talk, they make the conversation flow seamlessly, and that's why I call it the art of small talk.
In this video, we will talk about what is small talk, benefits of small talk and the science behind it, 4 tips to level up your small talk, and 4 non-verbal tips to make your small talk even more effective.
Let's get started! So, what's small talk? Small talk is a light, informal conversation. It's commonly used by people who don't know each other very well at networking and social events. You can leverage it as an instrument to meet new people, make friends, and learn something new. If you're an introvert, or someone who enjoys being alone, or an immigrant who's just moved to North America, you've probably struggled making new friends and establishing rapport with new people. Small talk is largely cultural. Some cultures like Eastern or Northern Europe prefer silence to superficial conversation fillers. In most cultures, however, small talk serves a purpose. It's a conversation opener. It enables two people who don't know each other very well to establish rapport and categorize each other's social status. It's meant to reduce awkward silences. Many cultures consider silence in a social event to be awkward and uncomfortable. Stay tuned, because we're going to share our personal go-to conversation starters.
Humans are social creatures, whether you're an introvert or not. We feel the deep need to become comfortable with one another before we start getting into deep conversations or starting building friendships. Small talk is a human psychological need, the need for people to maintain a positive face, be liked, and feel approved. So, not mastering the small talks means that you're actually cutting yourself off from a lot of meaningful social interactions. Also, research shows that small talk makes people happier. Mastering the art of small talk and taking charge of the conversation can help you build a good relationship with your boss or colleague. It can help you learn something new about something that interests you, or it can help you discover that someone else has the same quirky interests that you do. And sometimes, asking a seemingly meaningless question like, "How's the weather?" or "How was your day?" can lead you to a lifelong romantic partnership. Small talk is like a box of chocolates. You never know which one you will get.
So let's dive right into it. Now we will share some tips and conversation starters to help you master the art of small talk. Not only will we cover the questions to ask, but also the smart ways to answer generic questions to spark up conversation. Oh, hey Anastasia!
Oh, hi Anna! How's it going?
It's going great, yeah. It's been so sunny for a couple of days, and I finally got to spend some time outdoors.
Oh yes, definitely. I was so glad about the weather. I got to take my kids out to the skating rink.
Oh, that sounds so lovely.
Yeah.
How old are your kids?
The younger one is 6 and the older one is 8. The younger one is really into hockey, so he was super happy to get out.
See what we did there? We didn't just use weather as a topic for small talk. We also made generic answer to "How are you?" question a little bit more personal, sharing a little bit more information about what we value and how we like to spend our free time. This question opened the door into who I am, also subconsciously inciting the other person to do the same. Now you've learned that your coworker has kids, and you can learn so much more. You both now know something a little bit more personal about each other, and you can build friendship on top of it. Oh, hey, Anastasia.
Hey Anna, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm fine. Hey, I like your sweater. Is it handmade?
Oh, thank you. I just got it recently. No, it's actually not handmade. I bought it randomly at the clothing store. I just came across it and I couldn't not buy it, you know?
Ah, so cool. Which store was it?
There is a new store at the intersection of Richmond and Spadina.
This is a great way to appeal to the other person's ego. People love talking about themselves, and who doesn't like to receive compliments? You can compliment someone's clothing item or accessory, or a presentation that they did at work, or maybe a joke they made not too long ago. If someone compliments you, it's a signal that they want to start a conversation with you. It's a good tone to compliment someone else back. If you can't come up with anything to compliment the other person with, you can start with something showing your care for them, like, how was your day? Or what are your plans for the weekend?
What are your plans for the weekend, by the way?
I was gonna go spend some time outside, but I realized that it's raining this weekend.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna stay in and read a book.
Oh, what are you reading? I've been looking for a book to dive into.
So it's a collection of real-life stories of remarkable people.
Wow. This one is one of my favorites. These questions show interest in the person you're talking to. You're showing that you want to know more about the other person. And since you're seeking their advice, you value their taste and opinion. Answers to these questions can also yield useful information. You can either learn something new or discover that the other person is a secret collector of Harry Potter Legos, just like we are. Hey, what's up? You look so concerned.
Yeah, my nephew has an assignment in school, and my sister asked me to help him out. He's writing an essay about who he wants to become when he grows up.
Oh, so you're going to tell him about your job and what you do?
Yeah, but, I don't want to limit him. I want to give him options.
That's right.
What did you want to become growing up?
Oh, that's such a deep question. I remember I had so many options. At some point I wanted to become a doctor, but then
Such questions don't just ask for a superficial response, but make the other person think. These questions are generally good for settings where you're meeting the person and you're trying to learn a little bit more about them. Please note that these types of questions should ideally come a little bit later, after you've already struck up some small talk by more lightweight questions.
There is one more thing to note here in this sketch. What happened in the beginning of video is I paid attention to Anastasia's face expression and body language, and I came up to her with a question. I made assumptions about what she might be feeling, and I used it to start a conversation.
Now that you've got some useful instruments in sparking up small talk, we have a few more important elements in regards to nonverbal, yet a very important type of communication that can set up a positive environment for your conversation.
Make people feel comfortable. No matter the situation, make sure the person you're talking to feels comfortable. They're not rushed, they're not stressed or preoccupied with something else. Don't challenge them and don't disagree with what they're saying. Remember, the goal here is to establish rapport with the other person and to make the first connection. And if you want to voice out your disagreement, make sure you pay attention to the tone of your voice. Tone of voice. Your tone of voice plays a vital role. It influences how the other person perceives your information. The loudness, the pitch, the speed with which you talk, all of them have effect on your listener. And don't forget to add positive emotion to what you're saying. Be interested in them. When in conversation with the other person, show genuine interest in what they're saying and ask follow-up questions. Actively listen. Use your body language, like face expressions, nodding, eye contact, and don't use your phone during conversation. Empathize. Share your genuine emotions and share your thoughts too.
When approached by someone, put on hold what you're doing. Show the other person that they have your full attention. At the same time, don't approach people who are busy, especially at work, just for the sake of making small talk. Don't. Smile. You know, for some people where smiling is not part of their culture, they might think that this is a fake smile. Sorry, I completely disagree. In North America, smiling is considered to be polite, just like holding a door for someone or saying hello. So leave your poker face in the poker game. It may seem unusual for you in the beginning, but you'll get used to it. Plus, there's an interesting correlation. Science says that when you're cheerful, you're smiling, but the opposite is actually true. When you're smiling, it makes you happier and more cheerful. Once again, I'd like to mention body language. Don't cross your arms or legs, nod when someone is speaking, or use your gestures when you're talking if that makes you feel a little bit more comfortable. Also, important, don't stand too close to the other person. Give them some personal space. I will close it up with a pro tip. Make sure your breath is fresh and you follow your hygiene. Nobody likes Mr. Stinky.
Alright friends, thank you for watching.
And if you liked our acting skills, please turn that like button blue and subscribe to our channel. We have so much exciting stuff coming up.
Do you have your own stories to share? Or do you have any tips on how to improve your small talk skills? Please leave them in the comments below. And that's it for now. Bye friends!
Take care!